back, baby. Welcome back. Hope y'all like the intro. Excuse me. Today, man, I want to do all my segments is special because it's all really about you guys getting your business going. Get your trucking business going. I got you. I'm going to give you all the game. But today, I'm going to tell you guys about me, myself. I don't want to be asking you to trust me with your business adventures and endures if you don't even know nothing about me, you know. So one of the things that Divine Excellence, they call me their mentor. One of the things they say is they was able to have put trust in me based off the person who I was. For example, that they used. I'm a man that I feel like the more God gives you, the more he requires. So every year I give him something. And I went from hard liquor to sports betting, and sports betting actually led to just me not gambling at all. So I don't gamble. I used to be bad with it, but I knew for sure that's not something that God wanted from me. And around Thanksgiving, it was that particular when I gave him that particular request, it was a little bit before Thanksgiving. It was actually in the beginning of November. Man, the way God worked, it messed around would have been today as I'm talking about it, which would have been 2 years from today. But if that's the case, but it's definitely happening in the beginning of November. But the reason why, just letting you guys in on the trust that they had got for me was I had told her, we were talking about bowling, and one of my buddy Bonds, who's also in the Divine Excellence, he's in the uncutted version of that clip, of that interview. He actually had asked me to make a bet. I'm like, bro, you know I don't gamble, man. I can't gamble. And so that was her first time ever hearing it. And then she had invited me over. I went over because I was mentoring her and her wife. They cooked up dinner and everything. And her son that came in, I didn't even remember it. Her son that came and asked me a question. And I'm talking about the football game. About the Dallas game. He was like, man, make a bet. And I told him, like, little man, I will, but you know, I don't gamble. I don't bet. And he said, and she told me that her son came to her and was like, man, you know, this guy don't gamble. And it showed enlightenment from him. And he's like, you know, like she felt like I was a good person to be around their son. You know what I mean? And that made them be able to develop trust. And what I asked them to do, I told them they needed to do for the business. They did it, and they're now rolling. And again, you're going to see the actual video. We're going to upload it to the YouTube channel where I interview Divine Excellence. Hopefully, I can get her wife on with us the next time. This time it's just B, and she does a great job at it. You'll be able to tell she was new. And she gave me a lot of credit, but really she did a lot herself. So I'm proud to definitely good for Divine Excellence as they're up and running. Their DOT went active in 8 days. That's, like, people who hear this, who do trucking, you're like, what? It's impossible. It's just 21 days. I know it takes 21 days, but God had them so much in favor. Their DOT went active in 8 days. I can't take no. It wasn't me. It was definitely God. All mine took 21 days. But anyway, tell you a little bit about me, man. I started off with 26-foot box trucks. I had started off in home delivery, 2013. I was running for a company called Nebraska Furniture Mart. I had already had experience delivering furniture for a company called Lazy Boy. Like, it's always been in me. Like, before I was 18, and when I turned 18, I got my first job at Lazy Boy, and I've been in home delivery since. I'm very, very good at it. Like, I'm like the LeBron James at home delivery. No stories. Anyway, I started off, I got one truck. I'm kind of going to speed this up a little bit. If you got questions, man, definitely sign up for the consultation. I'll be able to answer everything. And I'll talk about the consultation here once I finish what I'm saying. But I got in home delivery. I started off with one truck. I ran one truck for about 2 years. Ended up getting an opportunity to run more trucks. And I had got so good at the job, I was able to train guys. So I took guys from the warehouse that I had already contract with and that weren't doing so well with other contractors. I brought them in. I trained them my way. Boom. Those guys are also contractors today. They'll be on the show. I'm definitely I have so many people to bring you guys. You guys are going to be like, this guy right here is God sent. It's just the truth. But I end up going, I think, the 3 trucks. That's when you really start to make your money. One truck, if you're running it, you doing okay. if you're on that mug every day and you're not getting no claims and stuff. 2 trucks, you're still in the middle of okay and doing good. You're like fine line between there. When you get to 3 trucks, you're doing good. You get 3 trucks, you should be bringing in anywhere between $7,500 a week sitting at home. No doubt about it. Just quarterbacking. You should be bringing in $7,500 a week. Can't tell me you can't take care of your family off $7,500 a week. And it's easy. It's easy to get there. So a lot of guys out here with experience, they just need a little bit of tuning, and you can hire them. And I know a lot of guys who need jobs. For me, fortunately, I'm going more into being a consultant. I'm that good at it. I'm from actually doing the job and teaching you it. I'm that good. So I've already literally done it pretty much under the counter, because I didn't charge them anything. It was all family. I've done it for 4 guys. They're booming right now. And one of them didn't listen to me, wasn't booming in the beginning. He got into it the way I told him to, took the steps I told him, and then wanted to do his own thing. I told him not to. He did it anyway. And guess what? He came back. I had to make sure I got him back right, though, because it was family. But now, we're going to change this up a little bit. I want to see guys. I want to see people successful, man. I want to see you guys doing your thing. And in this trucking game, it's room for everyone. You don't have to step on nobody's toes. You know what I mean? It can literally be 5, 6, 7 family members that own a trucking company, and no one stepping on each other's toes. What other game can you do that on? Reason is because trucking and medical isn't going anywhere. I don't care how much and how fast AI advances. Trucking will always be needing an individual to operate it. And anything that needs an individual is going to come a slot for you to be an owner. It's up to you how many slots you take over. But back to where I'm going to keep it on me. I end up getting the 3 trucks. I was booming. I was, me and my family living good. And I think 2019, that's when I started giving things back to God. And so, coincidental with COVID for November, because I've given 4 things to the big man upstairs, and I will definitely answer all these questions, but we're not going to do that right now. 2000 and for November, I remember I gave up pork. I was like, God, I understand pork is not something you want us to consume in our vessel. I'm going to give up pork. So I gave up pork, and that was in November. And then when we went into literally 2020, COVID came. COVID happened. Guess what 2 industries did not stop? Medical, transportation. This is why getting in transportation is inedible for you. It's inedible for you, right? Sorry, for some reason my nose itch. Man, what is it? Is that even a saying? I know they say your nose itch when your hand itch when you're about to get a check in the mail. But if your nose itch, does that mean you're about to blow up and go boom, boom, boom? Like, is this video about to take me up? Let me find out. Anyway, man, I hit 2020 COVID. The reason why I was able to boom during COVID was because a lot of people was like, man, we don't know what this is. Woo, woo. I was like, man, look, bro, people still need appliances. They can wait on furniture, but they still need appliances. And I'm willing to run as many trucks as needed. And you actually had people out here who's like, no, I don't want to go in customer homes. So I hired guys who were like me, didn't mind going into customers' homes. And so during COVID, I was able to grow. I went from 3 trucks to 11 in the midst of like 4 months. It was crazy. It was like unbelievable, right? Like in a field where it's hard to find good drivers and helpers. The 11 trucks I bounced up, it wasn't that all of them was good, but they were maintainable. And my income changed crazy, right? Like COVID, no PPP. I didn't get no PPP. I didn't get no EDIL, which I would have. But I was booming, right? Like I was, because the opportunity to be a home delivery expert, installer was wide open. You had a lot of people who didn't want to be in it. And I had all this experience, and me and my buddy, we merged together, and we went and took on one of the biggest contracts you could take on. I'm not going to explore because it's going to be a company that I'm going to put you on when you go through the consultation. So anyway, I ended up booming. It became an immediate headache. Catastrophic growth happened. It's a true story. I'll explain that as well in the consultation. Catastrophic growth is a real thing that happened to me. I went from boom, boom to boom. like I was booming, and next thing you know, I wasn't. So I hit the wall. I end up had a little change. This is when about from 2020 to 2021 of April, I boomed. I was eating. I started to get tired of all the phone calls from home delivery. Like with home delivery, I was making good money, but the stress was killing me. Like you dealing with calls from each one of your people you contract with. And at the time, I'm contracting with Best Buy, Home Depot, Nebraska Furniture Mart, Lowe's, which was at the time DSI. I was also contracting with IFS. My apologies. I was also contracting with IFS. I did JB Hunt. Like I've been. A lot of these companies know about my first company name. Like we were like ringing a bell. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, that's your company." Oh wow, yeah, we've heard nothing. I had some of the best guys, and I was paying them well, and we was booming. But I also had some of the worst guys, and some guys were causing major claims and issues, and calling the phone all day. Like literally, man, it's hard being an owner. Like I would literally tell my people, I could be in Cancun on the beach, feeding the sand, chilling, and my phone ring. I'ma sound like I'm at work. What's up? Where we at, man? Man, and just got off of running the truck last night. I was running the truck last night, and then I just got up early. I'm up here working on paperwork, and really I'm trying to keep the seagulls down in the background because I'm really on vacation. But the problem is I have been that guy to tell my workers exactly hey man, what's up, Keith? What you doing, man? I'm over here vacation. They envy you. They get jealous. And listen, there is no such employee that you can have to be like, just get a new employee, or it's not that easy. All right, these guys they don't come as easy as you think. It's hard to find guys who know how to do home delivery and installs. That's already a challenge yourself. So when you get them, you kind of got to defer some things. Sometimes you want to be like, man, hey, bro, I've been doing this. You know what, bro? You fired. Sometimes you want to do that, but I've learned to not do that through my assistant. My assistant taught me that. When I was just letting guys go, I'm like, man, you know what? You want to do it my way? Because I did the stage of trying to work with guys. It didn't work. Now you start realizing they calling you with the lame excuses. Man, I was out last night kicking it, man. You know Vanessa, man. We know how she like to argue. And because you know Vanessa, he feel like that you gonna understand. You like, bro, no, I got a route to run. And you assigned to that route. You tell me I was out with you, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But you deal with that. You deal with that. So you telling your guys, man, that, hey, I'm on vacation. It don't go well. They immediately resent you. And you ain't doing nothing but doing what you earned to do. So that's just a word of advice, man. You start your show, man. Keep it separate. Have you a personal life and a business life. And when they call you and it's about business, you give them business only decisions and answers. And they call about personal, you let them know, man, this ain't a personal thing. I don't do no personal no more with my workers, and some of them family. When we together, we don't talk about work. If we talk about work, we talking business. Yeah, so like that, you have to establish the line. It's imperative. You have to establish it. If you don't, you're going to be in the midst of going back and forth with someone that you're paying. Don't make sense, do it? So what I will say is respect your people, but let them know that it's a line. And if that line is crossed, there's consequences, which is why you want to make sure you have rules in place. This is why they give out handbooks at these corporations. We so silly. We like to do stuff our own way. We literally like to create our own style. Like 95% of guys who do home delivery and workers, they have no handbooks in place, and it's imperative. But the company they're contracting with, guess what? They got handbooks in place, for sure. But I teach you all that in the consultation, man. I got so much up here. I got gems all day. I got so much. But anyway, man, I was booming. I was tired of home delivery. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm about to give me some semi trucks. I'm about to give me about a box truck. I'm about to go do some over the road. At the time I had 18 guys that I was contracting for me. So I had 18 potential headaches. Not everyone was headaches, but I had 18 potential headaches. And I'm like, so I went and bought a semi truck, and literally it was like I hit the ground booming. Like I'm like $1,200 on this, bet, and then you got 3 of those for me today. Today, all 3, they can definitely get done. If I gotta go run on myself, they can get done. It's $3,600 for the day, and my problem is I was sizing that up like, oh man, I just made $3,600 off this one truck, this one semi truck, no trailer. I just made $3,600, and I got 8 trucks over here at the time that yeah, I made more than $3,600, but once I pay all my people, pay my fuel, the stop counts was low at the time. I mainly used to specialize in travel. And so out of those 8 trucks, 6 of them was travel. I was still making a little bit of a profit. I was making a little bit of a bag on it. I was making a little bit of a bag of it on it, but the headache just wasn't it, man. I had one truck that was in Houston booming, one truck, one driver. And it got to the point to where when things start to slow down, I started to pull a truck back. I went from 8 to 7, 7 to 6, 6 to 5. I started realizing I'm using my semi money to cover my box truck money. I'm like, man, I'm about to be through with this. So I got the guys who I knew who can handle a contract. They're still contractors to this day. I told them, boom, here's my truck connect. Here's my insurance connect. You're new. This is what you're going to tell them. This is how you're going to get on. You're going to have to go through this to get to that. They all understood. They all did. It went exactly the way I told them. I gave them the contracts for them to work with. Matter of fact, most of the guys that I put the contract on was already running it for me anyway. So I just shifted the power. That's all I did. And they're booming. They're doing well. And they call me all the time, man, Keith, man, what I need to do now? Now you guys going to start paying for it. No more free. What he say on that movie? Ain't going to be no more free Randy. Ain't going to be no more free Keith. Shoot. So, anyway, man, I like to fool around and joke too. I was over the box truck industry. I was over the headaches, the phone ringing at 4 a.m. and not stopping until 11 p.m. And then just to get up to find out the person who begged you to work ain't showing up the next day because he got a drug problem, or him and his baby mama and got to, like, you share everybody's problems, man. Home delivery is hard, and this is why I'm gonna tell you how to avoid it. It's very profitable, but you just need to know how to avoid the things that I went through and other people are still going through. I'm gonna give you the game in the consultation. Real quick shout out to that though, www.browserstone.com. It is real. With the package you will get 2 visits with me for 1 hour each visit. You can ask any question that you have. You can ask it 5-6 times. I'm gonna give it to you in the same demeanor. I'm very good at teaching you guys the game. So a reason why I'm only giving 2 hours, because at the end of the 2 hours, you will understand, like, there's nothing else this man can give me, and everything he's giving me is to the T perfect. So you get the 2 hours with me. You can utilize that 2 hours however you want. You can just do 1 2 hour, or you should do what I recommend, which is you can break it down to 2 hours. 1 hour each. You can do one week, one next week. I will not let you break it down into 4:30s. My time is just too crazy for that, right? We also, during those calls, you will get my trucking connection. You will get my insurance connection. You would get my recommendation for contracts and actual phone numbers and emails to reach out, not to the recruiters, but to the guy who can make a splash, because I'm going to want you to inform them that you came through the browserstone.com training and verification process. And I assure you, you're going to go in there and be rock stars because you came through the browserstone.com training. And it's going to make that particular contractor just start mandating that if you don't come through Browserstone, we can't mess with you. So you'll get you'll get my truck connection, my insurance connection. You also get contracts that I recommend for you. You will also get free COC trading. This is amazing. Right now, we're offering it. I promise you, right now, I'm going to offer it, and it's going to be limited. I'm not giving too much free of this training because this is going to turn me into a billionaire. This is how big the program is going to be. The COC is the certificate of certification. You see, we have everything that has to do with operations to home delivery to customer service to workers comp, things to get you discounts for your insurance, things that's going to save you over millions of dollars per year on claims, is this bad boy right here. This is the gold ticket, right? The COC, you get the free training. We're going to teach you guys how to drive the trucks. We're going to teach you how to install. We're going to also teach you how to let me just go over a few things, man. We're going to teach you how to do treadmills. We're going to teach you how to do washer dryers, microwave stoves, dishwashers, refrigerators. We're going to teach you gas installs. We're going to teach you how to do garbage disposals. You're going to literally be prepared to go to any contract that I'm probably going to put you on, and your guys are going to be able to immediately thrive. We're also going to come with a driver analysis program with the COC. That will be separate than the free training. We're going to give you 1 week of training. I thought it was going to be 2. We're going to give you 1 week of COC free training. From that point, if the guys are not just catching on, which they should, especially using our methods, we would assign another week and we'll probably do some kind of promotion on that. Or I might just come and tell you, these guys ain't going to work. You need somebody else. It's not them, because it's not for everyone. But come and rock out with me, man. Excuse me. Come and rock out with me. Again, that's kind of my introduction as far as and I'll explain a lot more in consultation on what things I recommend, don't recommend, where I went wrong, where I didn't go wrong at, why it's important, again, to have a little bit of the bad and the good, and why they're both needed to be successful. All right. So again, check out brazelstone.com. Go on there, check it out. You'll see we have the unverified drivers. We have the spot for the let me just walk you guys through a little bit. Oh, best city in the world, you know. So we got the COC training certification on here. We also have the DAP, which is the driver analysis program, that we will keep up with individuals in their basically their report. We will keep up with drivers and helpers if they try to work for your company as a small business owner, and then they try to go work for this company. Before you hire them, you will be able to access a database. The database will upload whatever information that we have received on this particular person, individual, and we will relay it. If this guy walked off on a claim for another contractor for $3,000, you might not want to hire him, because it's not about the $3,000, it's about the integrity, which means he's not going to have no integrity for your company. He's not a good hire. Or vice versa. It might be a guy who's just not treated properly with the contractor. He don't feel like he's been appreciated, and you might be a company or someone who will appreciate that person, and his DAP, his driver analysis program might say that he's a superstar. He's a stud. He's always on time. He has no claims. And all he's asking for is a certain amount a day, and you might be able to afford that. And there you go. So this program is going to bring so much, man. It's going to bring so much gap. It's going to fill so many of the gaps in the home delivery industry. This will be mandated someday. I promise you. I'm going to push it all the way there. But get on the train early. Again, man, we'll do a interview with me when I talk about the semis, because I just told you guys I was booming with the 1. I was booming so much I went and got 2, but I don't recommend you do it. And I'll tell you why. It's that serious. You got to tune in. They say I got to leave you a little spice. It's kind of a little bit like them TV shows. Something happened at the end. You're like, oh, what happened? But you got to wait. You got to tune in. Make sure you share this video, like, subscribe, man. It's the only way I'm going to keep giving you guys a game. It's the only way I'm going to keep doing this. My time is valuable. I've had at least 4 calls come through in this 24 minutes. And then I had the one to come through here. So, stay rocking with me. I promise you, man, if you're going to get into it, you need to get into it, and you need to do it through me. There's no one else better to do it through. I'm going to give you the game, no doubt. Other than that, man, we're going we ain't gonna talk about the video. We ain't gonna talk about the video training program this time, but we will talk about it in a minute. But I got another call coming through. I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm gonna upload this video. No editing. It's all raw. This is how we doing it. I'm giving it to you the real deal. Let's get the bag.